Greetings, strangers. Welcome back to Ghost Town. Now, last episode, I did mention having a bit of a bigger project that I wanted to do. And that is what we're going to do today. However, I'm worried it's going to be a bit of a letdown on what the bigger project was, because it's really only a big project in terms of supplies. It's an oldie but a goodie on project style. You see, here's the conundrum. I built this months and months and months ago. It's not bad, but it's not great. So I have started tearing down the work I did before, because this used to come up all the way to here-ish. And so I've started tearing it down. I have even more shulker boxes set aside, empty and waiting. We're going to finish tearing out all of this glass and the frog lights that are in the walls. And then I'm going to go and get just an entire shulker box full of them, probably, from my frog light farm. And we are going to completely redo how we've done this. And hopefully we can make it look a little more interesting. First off, though, we gotta come up to the storage room to get another armor trim on display, which we are going to go with Dune today. So we could use an orange still. We could use, purple still. We could use more shades of blue. I think let's go with orange today. And then we need a trim. Okay, we've done a combination of orange and green. Maybe we do a combination of orange and blue? Let's do diamond. This one is impressive. I'm a big fan of the orange and the diamond, first off. That is a stunning combination. But man, this armor trim is... I really like it, but it is really busy. Which I wasn't expecting. Definitely the busiest one I have sitting up here. Tide comes close, but really isn't. So that's fascinating. Alright, well, that's this part of things done. Okay, a brief intermission from attempting tasks, because I see a cat, and I want that cat. Come on. Don't you want this yummy fish? I won't lie to you, this is one of the few things I do actually prefer doing on Bedrock. I'm not a big fan of Bedrock, but cats are so much easier to tame. Oh great, and now it's thundering. Take my fish. If you ruin my crops. Kitty, 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 kitty. Please, 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 please. Please stop running into my crops to get away from me. Come on, come on. There we go. Hello. Hi. Hetty. Lovely to meet you. Let's go to bed. Oh, and there's a wandering trader now. Hello. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we might get majorly sidetracked here. Okay, enjoy your new home in the library, Hetty. Mwah. Okay, so that really didn't take too long. One layer took about 15 minutes, which means we should be done with this really quick on the cleaning out part, even with having to go through and take all of the frog lights out of the walls. Hi. There we go. Hello. Oh, I'm so happy. Kitty, 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 kitty. Okay, let me go get my stuff. And then we need to think up a name for you. There's another one. Okay. So we are definitely about to just keep our salmon on us. Hey, kitty. You want to come home with me too, right? Here we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna go home and get names for these kitties. And then we'll finish cleaning out the glass. Alright. Geraldine. Lorraine. Yippee! Okay, so now I have to figure out where you two are going to stay. Perfect! I wasn't even thinking about putting a cat all the way up here, but... Okay, Lorraine, if you want to sit on the barrel on that shelf, that's fine. Where shall we have a lovely Geraldine? Maybe you could just have a seat at the table. There we go. Okay. Cat break over. Like, I'm not complaining about it, but it's been a while since I've seen these many cats around here. Hi, cutie. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up down here and then we'll get you a name, okay? Here you are, Darlene. Norma could use a friend. There you go. Alright, so, in between all of the getting sidetracked with cats, I did actually manage to work on this. We now have a much emptier ravine. Yeah. It looks 0% better because all I've done is torn it out. But now that that's all out of the way, we can actually work on making it better. We got a whole bunch of frog lights. Those are all empty. We've got a lot of cyan concrete still. And then all the rest of these are cyan stained glass. I wonder if we want to decorate in between the layers any. Let's head back to the tower and see... Like, what if we put some heads between the layers? Ooh, we could... Can you place amethyst clusters on glass? If I grab a piece of stained glass, can I? We can! Oh my gosh, that's gonna look so cool. And then to start with, we're just gonna go down and work on all of the frog lights. That's the first step done. We now have just an entire layer of light. Okay, that's gonna be fun. That's already looking cooler than it did before. So next, a layer of glass. Okay, so I think this first layer we're just gonna put scattered amethyst clusters around in. And then we'll start adding heads higher up. Oh, that's not a spot that can go, actually. There. Now, my thought process here is that I just want to make sure that any I place on this level are not too close, and definitely not directly above any of the ones on the layer below. The concept is starting to come together, yeah. Oh, there's a kitty. Should we get another? I'm not getting distracted by you right now, kitty. You cannot distract me. I'm working hard. I'm on a time crunch. Okay, no kitty. Next, glass. So maybe we put one head there and one over here. And then we'll take and put a quartz block here. And another one in this open area. Like that. Okay. Now, amethyst clusters. This is starting to look so good. I am gonna put on a resource pack when we're done, by the way. I'm just gonna do borderless glass. But while I'm still working on it, it's easier to see and use glass when it still has the borders. So we're gonna leave it as is until then. See, the process of adding the amethyst clusters is in theory quite simple, because I really do just want them to mostly be random. But in practice, making it look random while also making sure they're spaced semi-evenly and not overlapping between layers is kind of a complex process. The next few layers went by with ease, bringing us to the more complicated process of the final full layer of glass. See, there's a pretty substantial elevation change from one end of the rift to the other. Last time, I elected not to do anything with that, and just go up to the highest full layer of glass. Now I plan to do it a little bit differently, which includes terraforming the area around the rift, part of which has to be done before we continue with the glass. This part is nothing too fancy, just evening out the area around it and making sure the concrete is level with the glass. As well as that, I want to make sure there's no grass on top of the concrete. The concrete should be the highest level. And so the idea is I want to continue the void effect going up further this way, which is probably going to end up with some sections that look a little strange, because if I just leave an exposed corner, it's going to look weird. Like, if you can just see between the layers, that's going to look weird. What I'm thinking is we'll have one strip that's level with this layer. It's just directly on top of it. So then when we go up the next layer here to do this, it'll have this in front of it, which will hopefully help with the effect of it. That's the desire, anyway. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like from this level. I think for now we're just gonna go ahead and work on getting this area all filled in, and then we can see about what changes may or may not need to happen to make it look neater after that. We've finished the basic layout and shape and such. The basic work is done. The main part of it is done. Obviously, it doesn't get the same murky glass effect looking this way. I think it works fine like this, and like if you're standing here, it still gets the murkiness looking upwards. And overall, you're not going to be looking that close at that anyway. So now, we have the task of actually getting this blended into the environment around it. Which, it decidedly is not. But honestly, blending it in, I may leave for next episode, because we are running low on time. There is one last thing I want to do, though. I did promise that I was going to show it off with borderless glass, so we're going to go ahead and add the borderless glass resource pack and take a look. Dude. Oh, even that direction looks so much better. Actually, that looks really good now. I really like how that turned out with the borderless glass turned on. Dude. This is... This is so exciting! This looks better than I was expecting it to, honestly. I forget how much just taking off the borders on the glass texture changes how this looks. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Well, there you have it. Despite the very fun distraction of having so many cats showing up today, we had a successful episode actually taking care of the rift. Got it completely overhauled. It's looking really good. There's an ocelot behind me. We're going to finish up this video and not bother the ocelot, who is walking towards me. Next episode will probably be dedicated to doing some terraforming of the area around it, really settling in that this is a part of the landscape and not just, here. It'll look a lot better. Hopefully. Thank y'all for keeping me company in this ghost town, and I'll catch y'all later.